It extends across worlds, planes of existence and even time. Mysterious disappearances in the dense city of Kowloon? Rumors of yellow-walled back rooms where people are accidentally caught? Be careful not to get taken away by the Yellow Maze. Azepha, the Yellow Labyrinth, is the forge of the draconic egregores that ended the reign of mad voracity. Bearer of the values of possession and protection. Father of the red world of anger and white world of pride. Prototype for the kingdoms of angels or demons. Of celestial mechanics and hellish sagas. Perhaps, in a way, the beginnings of morality, morals, and consciousness extended beyond oneself. Concepts that escape even consciousness endowed with reason, passion, and creativity. Concepts that were still out of the worlds of blue, magenta, and purple. Father of the draconic egregores also means founder of the shared knowledge and ways that they initiated in our world. And Azepha spreads the promise of mineral transcendence among these draconic egregores. But this word, the word of the mineral, artificial, or machine transcending the flesh, is also propagated to us. This gospel, once carried by the Peplum Empire of dwarves, is today carried in the Novgorod Empire by the Kuznetsov family or the cult of the machine god. The promise of evolution beyond the flesh. Or perhaps simply that life and matter complement each other in their struggle against the rules of entropy, relying on one another. And perhaps the abandonment of either is death and silence. In this case, the mechanical heralds of Azepha sing an incomplete dogma that misunderstands the nature of his struggle. Perhaps the abuse of structure is as deleterious as the abuse of cold rationality, the abuse of telluric passion, or the abuse of devouring madness. Perhaps Azepha is then the mineral counterpart of the flesh cancer that it had once been able to defeat. Another extreme that suffocates life by wanting to crystallize it, frame it, protect it, possess it as one preserves a stuffed animal without understanding that it no longer lives. Azepha is an aggregate of caves, stairs, corridors, and other constructions that, merged together, make up a labyrinth of infinite dimensions. Labyrinth that stretches through many worlds, but whose reality is, in turn, fragmented by its greed too great. On Azepha, time itself is torn. One enters and leaves it by accident. But few manage to do so voluntarily. The entries and exits of this world are unstable. The perspectives are crazy. The cardinal points no longer make sense in its reference. The altitude is immeasurable. Azepha has transcended life to the point where it looks like a tiny lost host in its midst. An organic grain of sand in the wheels of a project that is beyond it. The dwarf megalopolis of the Peplum Empire, and perhaps before them the ancient elven cities in Central America, were built by exploiting a connection to the Yellow Labyrinth. And at the heart of these are stable links to our world. An identity dissolves in wanting too much to possess. Which is why the Yellow Labyrinth is fractured. Similarly, wanting to possess too much is a dilution of the notion of possession. Some spaces belong to Azepha but are partitioned with the rest of the maze. These are areas that are sufficient to be small worlds apart. The infinite castle, the golden city of the gods, the scale of the worlds, the cosmic clock, and many other domains. Some sages believe that these spaces are divided by an objective, and that this goal tears, guides, and unites the space and time around it. It tears it away from a world which, for its part, possesses and gathers without purpose. A world that has more in quantity but cannot deeply possess. It is said that on Azepha there are forgotten species, preserved from the natural evolution of the world. It is said that there is the heart and secret of the draconic egregores and many other mysteries. But it also says that you only find what you are not looking for. This is the curse of the place. This is the curse of desire. Azepha is not only the father of the red and white worlds. It is, in general, a pioneer of concepts that go beyond the individual biological rules or those related to reduced collectives. It is the alliance of extended and complex societies, artificial values, abstract collective belief systems. It conceptually created God. Simply put, Azepha created civilization.